Nicholas, lay down.
A very pleasant good evening, curling fans, and to those folks in Japan who are joining us, Ohio gozaimasu, and thank you so much for joining us on Curling Stadium. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Terry Corbin, and we have here this matchup between Niklas Edin of Sweden and Team Riku Yanagasawa of Japan, with Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi handling the game calling duties and Yanagasawa throwing fourth. Edin comes into this game at a 4-0 record. His playoff ticket has been punched already. And for Team Yanagasawa, they sit at 2-2 right now, and they certainly need this game to still stay in the mix, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he probably whispered to Nicholas, "Hey, you don't need this game, I do." Not, but yeah. So this is kind of my second look at this team. Certainly know what to expect at Edin and his team. He'll be fairly aggressive, but not sure about Yanagasawa's team.
Well, they've been playing a lot of good games. They've had some unfortunate outcomes on a couple of them, where some their fault, and a couple was just good shooting the other way, tipping the cap.
Yeah.
But it does put them there at 2-2 right now. So we see that Team Niklas Edin has the Redstones here, and they have the hammer. Yanagasawa has the yellow.
Yeah, no surprise. Nicholas was just short of the button, like just short.
So you see Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi back there in the house. We saw this early in the week. It seemed to be a collaborative effort between Riku and Tsuyoshi. And as the weekend has moved along, it's moved more to Tsuyoshi in the house the whole time. And Yanagasawa still throwing fourth. Now we'll see if that's what they keep it. I know they've always had a strong collaborative effort. They've worked together for a very long time and had a lot of success. So,
and did we not see that with the Korea team last week with Lee throwing third but skipping? There was a team there last weekend that was.
I do that. I do that with a good friend of mine often. He'll skip the game, but I throw the last stones because he throws better hits than me.
Yeah, there you go.
Than I guess, if I'm going to be.
Oh, let's get Grammosaurus out.
Well, you know what? If we had to worry about grammar on this channel, we'd be in real trouble.
I know.
So 2 stones in the house for Team Japan. So Nick has to see what he wants to do here.
Yeah, he wants to rearrange them, that's for sure. I remember when Nicholas brought Oscar on board. Oscar was skipping his own team, and he was, definitely knocking on the door, but they joined up, and he certainly has, a lot of input into. Well, he's got Nicholas's ears. What he has,
and it's any good curler respects the other people around them and is willing to hear the opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be so easy, given all the shots that Nicholas has made, and many of them highlight real shots, to kind of just go his own way.
And to everybody wondering about it, our good friend with the Islanders sweater is still in the warm room.
I'm thinking maybe he's a volunteer who puts the score on curling zone or something.
Hey, you know what? That's fine. And we appreciate those people. We need those
Oh
boots on
yeah,
the
you need
ground.
them. Yep, for sure, for sure.
Curling is run by volunteers. The vast majority of times, even places with paid staff still rely on a lot of
Yeah,
volunteers.
yes.
So shot stone belonging to the Japanese.
They're just gonna try and remove the Eden stone here, the red stone. I don't think he wants to sit right there. Nicholas will, I'm sure, give that a run. This has got a curl though. Oh no, they're now hitting. Now just calling it for straight. They'd like to roll a little.
Ooh, almost got a little bit of unexpected bacon there.
Yeah, I didn't really kind of see that when he first called the shot, but that's pretty close. And I'm assuming that one might be a biter in the back 12.
If
Your eyes are probably better than mine, sir.
I would wager definitely about 200 yen, a dove, 200 yen or $5, or in your case, about 7,000 Canadian.
Yeah, dollar's kind of hurting there against the American dollar.
Well, I am rooting for it.
Of course you are.
And right now, the yen, it's about 135 yen to the dollar,
Is that right? Yeah.
according to the Wall Street Journal.
That's the Bible. Oscar playing a little come around here. Looks pretty good. Not wasting any time at going at the Japanese team.
Yep. So it's a lonely Yellowstone in the back. Yamaguchi is going to ask Tsuyoshi to clear this one up. Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi.
Yeah, if you go over the top, you might jam that on the biter at the back of the 12 foot. If you go on, you can't go under because you'll run it right into the yellow.
So on the way from Tsuyoshi. Get the one. They do jam it, but they still clear it all out. And
Wow.
get the one in the back to boot. Wham, bam, wham, wham. Good night. So long. See you later. Auf Wiedersehen. Let's take a look at that one again.
Yeah, I thought playing it this way they were going to straight jam it, but as you can see, all the rocks that needed to get moving got moving. Like a whole new curling end.
Absolutely. And with that, do you think Nicholas is going to try to move towards a blank?
Yes, he's going to hit this one out on the 12 foot, try and roll in towards the center, group them a little bit, looking for a double later on.
This one is moving out there with all due alacrity. Gonna hit it. Oh, it's gonna scooch it over. Actually going up just a little bit too low on it.
Yeah, I guess that double was actually there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When I just looked at it briefly, I thought it was too flat.
Well, I think that's how one of those instances where the gear effect actually pulled it underneath of it. as we had our in-depth analysis into the gear effect last matchup.
Oh, dear, you're funny.
Do I amuse you? Do I make you laugh? Am I funny like a clown?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here's the first of two from Yamaguchi. This team has a special place in my heart. My very first game on Curling Zone, I called this Japanese team. And I struggled the entire game without to pronounce the gentleman's name.
That's a good, well thrown stone there.
Oh, absolutely. It's dead buried. So now, speaking about making them all move, you can do it again right now. Push it back, catch about half the stone. It's going to go right on the other one. The stone you run back, it's going to go up and out the side door, and they could all go. Oscar's lining it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, right about there. Just like that. If anybody can throw it, this is the guy. Seven-time world champion. Niklas Edin with his first shot of the end. Off and on, really close. Push it back over and just underneath of it. Oh, ever so close. Great effort, Niklas Edin.
Yeah, it's just amazing, some of the shots that not only do they see and try, but they come close to making many of them.
That is, by definition, as close as you could have come to making it and still miss it.
Now, the Japanese team's just going to try and put a rock in T line or thereabouts, probably a little behind, or no, right on the T line, I guess, just to keep the force in play here.
This needs to go to get there.
Yeah, they don't want to give Niklas a shot at this.
He just did. He's going to take it for sure. This is a thick half.
Yeah, and this will have a lot of rotation on it too.
Yeah, I got $1 on the make on this one. But you can certainly jam, so it's really just about everything that Team Yamaguchi could do there. Just have to watch it now. Niklas Edin with the final stone of the first end. Last rock.
Niklas, very deliberate. He has his routine.
He may just be taking the one.
Yeah, he is.
Surprising me a little bit. Doesn't want to risk it. So the broom goes up, a single point for Niklas Edin. They lead 1-0. We'll be back from Swift Current right after this on Curling Stadium. And welcome back to Swift Current. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. And to everyone joining us in Japan, Ohio gozaimasu. Thank you so much for watching. Domo arigato. It's Dave Schmel and Terry Corbin here with you. So happy that everyone is joining us here. If you haven't had a chance, please like the video and subscribe to Curling Zone if you have not yet. It helps support the channel and allow us to bring you more curling, more commentary, more often. It was a single point for Niklas Edin. It was a great job by Yamaguchi and Yanagisawa to elicit that force. Now
Yeah,
it's their opportunity with hammer, and this is a nice
real good shot. Yeah.
little dig and roll underneath. Beautiful.
Yeah, we seem to have a few fans of Yanagisawa's team in the chat. Good, always good to see.
Absolutely. Arigato gozaimasu for watching.
A little surprised there that Nicholas played that routine shot for one. Were you, Dave?
I certainly was. That's a double that, I mean, heck, we saw him almost make that circus shot of a triple.
Yeah,
So I certainly thought he was going to take what. Let me get this straight. That is not an easy double. But
that's right. That's right.
I'm doing a somersault in the ice if I make that.
Yeah. No,
But
you're in the hospital if you make that.
there's a good chance of that. But no, I did expect him to take it on. We see Edin drawing underneath the guard, and we're going to run back the center, says Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi.
Yeah, just a different strategy too. Like, they went in behind their corner guard, and Nicholas doesn't even chase it. He just goes straight around. I think we've seen the majority of the curlers, chase that this weekend.
CB says I spoke good Japanese. I appreciate that. I won't go that far, but I try to make an effort.
Yeah, just to our Japanese speaking people, curlers and fans there, I wouldn't know whether he was speaking good Japanese or making it up. And I wouldn't put it past him to try and fool me.
Terry-san, I would never do that to you. I would never do that to you. I'd at least pick a language I didn't think that other people knew to fake it on. But we certainly have people who could call me on that one.
Yes.
So, speaking of which, this game has huge implications right now. Our playoff picture is going to be determined between this draw and the next draw.
Yeah, I just wondering. I mean, we probably have a couple of teams that have, worked their way into a guaranteed playoff spot. It's just where. But I'm sure you could give us an overview of what's really at stake here in the middle of the pack.
Well, absolutely. It is Edin, Sue, and Kleider at 4-0, which have punched their tickets to the playoffs. They are
Makes
in.
sense. Yep, makes sense.
And then Klima and Moybrook are looking really good at 3-1. And if each of them win their next game, they have their destiny in their own hands. And if they were to win, they would reach 4 wins and also be guaranteed a playoff berth. And
so how many have we got now if that were to happen?
If that were to happen,
5?
we would have 5. But
yeah, okay.
And like I said, they look really good right now. But if they were to lose their games,
oh my gosh, yes.
then it gets interesting again. We currently have 8 teams tied at 2-2. King, Libas, Sampson, Yanagisawa, Goskins, Laycock, McDonald, and Wendling. And so that's what's going to make it very interesting.
Mm-hmm. So we have eliminated the teams with 3 losses.
Oh, the teams with 3 losses are out for sure.
Yep.
They don't have unfortunately, they do not have a chance. The 3-4-0 teams kind of took care of that for
Okay.
them. As we see that run back's going to trickle on over to the other side, and with the nose hit here, the house is going to be very well split.
Mm-hmm.
So in this other draw, our other games are Ethan Sanson versus Jaden King. They both need that game to even
Right.
have a shot. So the loser of that game will be eliminated. That is our other feature game right now. And then uh, Libis is playing Balance. Now, Balance is already out, but he could play spoiler because Libis needs this game.
Okay.
And then you're looking at your key games next draw. You have Laycock versus Wendling and a must win for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Klima, Kaltoff is out, but Klima needs a win to punch their own ticket. Moybrick punches their own ticket with a win versus McDonald, and that would eliminate McDonald. And Maeda is out, but Goskins can keep himself in the mix with a win. So it's going to be very exciting, especially next draw. Our heads are going to be on a swivel, and there's going to be a lot of people scoreboard watching.
Yeah, I'll be scoreboard watching that McDonald game.
Of course, Sam Moybrick, one of the young teams that we've been watching all year that made a great run at the Montana's Briar this year.
Yeah, he really did. I know they were a little dejected, but yeah, they played well.
Absolutely. Them and Ryland Kleider were really your standout stories.
Yeah, and sometimes that goes, overlooked.
We've
But yeah,
we
no,
yeah,
go
we've
ahead.
been lucky. Yeah, we've been lucky enough to watch these teams all year. And while Terry lets his dog out, the stone is on the way.
Yeah, so we just had a bypasser here, and both of them decided that. Well, one decided he heard it, and the other said, "Well, I got to do something." Yeah, well, somebody just going by here, and one dog heard it, and the other dog said, "Oh my God, he's barking! I got to do something," and he followed suit.
They're protecting you, and the
Well,
sultan that
that's exactly.
and the sultan that you are.
That's right. But yeah, no, I'll definitely be. My eye will be on that Jordan McDonald Sam Moybrook game because those are two really good young teams playing.
Well, that is for sure. And our feature games, that will be one of our feature games, and I'll actually
Yep.
have that call with Jim Nix.
Well, look at you go.
And Kleider versus Zoo, our other feature game, currently is they're both clinched right now, so we'll see if we're able to pivot off of that. I don't know if we can. We have certain sheets that we can feature as opposed to others, but we'll take a look at that. But if not, you get to see two of the top teams battle it out and give you a good eye at what the playoff picture is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with this stone just 2 rocks higher, the angle exists. This is basically the same double that
Yeah.
Nicholas chose not to throw in the last end.
Yeah.
Well, all of our fans like your puppy.
They're wonderful company at times.
And they have you well trained.
Oh, you don't even want to say that twice.
First stone for Nick Edin. Rana picks it up right away.
Yeah.
Dead on the nose.
You'll have another shot at this.
Absolutely. It's going to be one higher. It's going to be a tougher angle, probably a
Yeah.
little steeper.
Yeah.
That was probably the best shot he had at it. But it will certainly be there again.
Yeah, you would think.
It's currently 8 o'clock in the morning in Japan. Rise and shine on this Sunday morning.
I like it when you play to the audience.
Joey wants me to ask you, what breed of dogs you have, and are they any good at commentating?
One's a miniature dash hound. He's good at communicating anything but the truth. And the other is a rescue dog, a cross between a lab and a husky.
That's fantastic. Now, Nicholas is going to line up this crosshouse double here. I say,
Yeah,
what,
this
about
is
a third of a rock?
it'll be a thick third, I think.
Joey has a 11-month-old Jack Russell.
Yeah, I looked at a Jack Russell when I was looking for a rescue dog, and he just had he wanted to be the only trooper in the house, if you know what I'm saying.
I understand. But there could be only one Sultan of the Sheets, and that is you, Terry Corbin.
Yeah, I took him to my other dog. I took him to meet the Jack Russell, and yeah,
Big
we
shot
found
for Nick Edin. Sorry, Terry.
no problem.
Going after this crosshouser. Get the
Close.
one. You're on it. Do you have enough chutzpah to get it out? Do you
No.
get it all the way out? No. Great effort by Edin, but it's going to be a nose hit for 2.
Yeah, and this isn't. I mean, this is obviously made a little bit more difficult by having that rock in the just behind it, but a nose hit definitely gets them too.
So Yamaguchi has the broom for Yanagasawa. Facing 1. Final stone of the second end.
So at one time, did Yamaguchi throw last rock?
Not to my knowledge,
Oh,
but
okay. All right.
I'm sure our audience can help us with that.
Nice weight here.
Well managed shot, nice and quiet, and it gets the job done. Put 2 on the board for Team Japan. They lead it 2-1, and Dean has the hammer when we come back to Swift Current after this. And welcome back to Swift Current, Saskatchewan. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. Thank you so much for joining us. So happy to have you here. It was a big deuce for Yamaguchi and Yanagasawa and their squad. And Nick Edin has the hammer here in end number 3.
Yeah, they sustained that deuce for a long time. I mean, if you go back and look at that end and how it started, Yanagasawa got a nice hit and roll in behind a corner guard, and literally they held that deuce for the entire end. Nicholas made a valiant attempt to make a double takeout on his last one, pushed the Yanagasawa stone right to the edge of the 12-foot, but it hung on for a biter, and then just a fantastic weight shot by Yanagasawa to take out the Edin stone and score his 2.
Center guard comes up from Satoshi Kazumi. But it's not really on the center, but I do believe that's where Yamaguchi wanted it to end up, kind of utilizing the corner guard that is there from Edin and try to work the force in that way.
Well, Niklas isn't going to think about it. He's just going around.
This is another one where your depth control is vital.
Mm-hmm.
And this is high, but probably pretty good. But you could get underneath of that if you want to.
Yeah.
Or run it back, which would be a great outcome. I think it's important to really dead nut it here and keep them lined up.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I might, look at coming around again.
Because if you set up a stagger, then that side is going to belong to Niklas Edin. Let's see how it goes. Trying to work it over. Actually, that's not a pretty bad outcome. They said 2 on the wing.
Yes, I'm sure this is, somewhat playing into Nicholas's hands because I mean he doesn't have to worry at this stage of the game. He's got the center wide open for a draw should he need it. Both sides are passed to the 4-foot are open, so. And I think this is where Nicholas is most dangerous too. Nicholas can go all in and
Yeah, without much risk.
yeah. Well, that's an interesting call. No, almost nose hit it and come over to the other side of the center. If that's the call.
Stone on the way.
Maybe he's just trying to roll the shooter to the center.
From Yamaguchi. Oh,
You know what? He did call that.
that is really well thrown.
Yeah, he did call that.
Called and made.
Yeah, give him credit. I mean, I was just trying to think, like he would want to get something right on the center line and but I mean that actually accomplished everything that you really wanted, which was now Nicholas has got to be a little careful. They may have taken away that in-turn draw of Nicholas's should he need a draw to the 4.
Yeah, it's definitely in that draw path. So on the outturn side's available now. They're still going to play over to that left-hand side as they look from the overhead.
Yeah, going around the corner guard again. Nicholas is pretty much playing this and stress-free, I would, venture to say. Good shot. That's going to force probably the run back.
I think you have to take it on for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, Yamaguchi is going to call that for Tsuyoshi. Heavy brush on this one, trying to hold it out there. Got to get to the face. Yes, you did. Well thrown. Big brush there, too. That was not a softly thrown rock.
What is Nicholas looking at?
No idea at all.
Nicholas continuing to try and utilize that guard. He needs one miss and then he can set up his deuce.
He did intently study that stone, though.
Yeah, what? Do you see a fly?
What's he doing in there? The
Yeah, that's right.
backstroke.
That's right. He's been there for a while. Now this is a little better, a little more separation,
Yep.
and it's
So do you run
completely
it,
buried.
or do you run it, or you try to dig it?
You run it. Actually, that given the
I
separation, yeah, you might,
I think I dig it.
yeah, you might be able to, because the movement is good there.
It certainly has been. I think you'll easily leave one at least
Yep.
a half edge under.
We were talking about, their 2-2 record. Um, you know, technically they're very sound, and they've made some really good shots here in the first three ends. Um, I'm always I guess amazed because a lot of these teams travel over here to play in Spiels, and they don't just come for a weekend. They come for 3 weeks, sometimes a month at a time, and you know they throw a lot of rocks. I mean, this is not only their passion, but um, they really
Well,
spend
this one has to passionately get past the guard.
no,
Oh, and it
but
it passionately reached it, and it's going
that
to
shot.
weasel its way even better in. My goodness, that is some unexpected bacon. And that's really the best kind.
Yeah, but again, playing that, as you would call it, dig it out, um, given that it was their rock that uh, they were coming behind. If you play the run back, it's you make it or you don't. This did have that option of chapping and rolling it into the rings. So I mean, yeah, I don't think you can say, oh, they got lucky. I mean,
Well,
that was
they kind of made their own luck there a
that's
little bit.
right. By the shot selection.
Right. It's the downweight shot. It let the shooter always possibly in play. And now, certainly, Nicholas can make this short double, but staying on the rings is not a foregone conclusion here.
That's correct. Because he has to hit enough of that yellow rock to get it all the way out.
Mm-hmm. And by doing that, and with the amount of speed you're going to have to throw, holding on to that shooter is going to be a tall, tall order.
Yeah, and you can't try and roll your shooter onto the rings and like play the top one that's just outside the rings because that's just going to knock the yellow into the yellow and carry the yellow that you would hit all the way over onto the closer to the red.
I may have followed that.
I know. That's where I need. Well, so all you have to do is look at my screen. The crayons, I've got it all marked up here. But when I was playing with the crayons, I knew what I was talking about.
First for Niklas Edin here.
You can see the weight is
Back and forth. It's like a
control.
control. They're going to get it.
No,
Does it spin back? Oh, no, they don't even clear
no,
it.
no.
And
Now
I don't even think that's a biter either.
I don't either. I think the force is definitely on.
So well played by Yanagisawa and Yamaguchi here. Just need to make this one. And you can actually make it a force for sure if you roll a skosh to the outside. Because Dead knows there's a crazy double there. And that would be
Yeah.
crazy. You're just
Yeah.
you'd have to know for sure that that was a biter, and I think it certainly is not. They're on this right out of his hand. Both men furiously with the brooms. They got it there. It has to stay on, though. Can't lose it. Might spin back. Ooh, that appears to be off the rings.
Yeah, so now if you're Edin, do you take a run at the run back and hope to blank this end?
Well,
or do you settle for one?
You saw him play very patiently earlier and only take a single.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could make the run back and jam it in the back. And
if you jam that on the back, though, your
shooter's going to be good.
Yeah.
Well, your run stone, but
the run stone, yeah. They're going to get by the look of it, get a team consensus. Are we all in on this shot?
I think he just should draw.
Yeah, Niklas will clean it off, then step outside the hack and line himself up, and this is his routine.
I'm going to go for it.
I'm with you. I'd play the draw. I'd take the safe shot.
Final stone of the third end, facing one, trying for the run back for a blank.
And you roll
and
in.
They miss the run, but they're going to skitter on in and score a single anyway.
I think that's why they played that, to be honest, Dave.
Well, sounds good to me. And we have a tie score after 3. We'll be back from Swift Current to the Speedy Creek shootout after this. And welcome back to Swift Current, Saskatchewan, the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek shootout. We got a tie matchup here, Terry Corbin.
Yes, we do. A real close match here. And speaking of close matches, teams that are in the hunt here for a playoff spot, Jacob Libas from Edmonton, Alberta leads James Balance 2-1, playing the third end, and Libas still has the hammer.
And that's a must-win game for Libas.
Yeah, and in another must game for, I think, both teams, Ethan Sampson and Jaden King are tied 1-1 after 3 ends, and Jaden King has the hammer.
These next 2 draws are going to be very interesting. There's going to be lots of moving parts. Keep it right here on Curling Stadium, and we'll keep you up to date on the action here from the Speedy Creek shootout.
So we're in the seconds first rocks here. This will be Rasmus Rana of Team Niklas Edin playing an out-turn draw.
Rana, a longtime teammate of Niklas.
Yeah, these 4 have been together for quite a while now.
Yeah, it seems like ages ago when Eriksson had his own team.
Yes.
But they found the secret sauce.
Yeah.
And unless you do something silly like the Coca-Cola company did and change the taste when you had the most popular product in the world.
Yeah.
You're in good shape now. Tsuyoshi is going to ask Yamamoto to run this whole pile back. Clean things up a touch. Not looking the way they want it to. Both men trying to hold the line. We're just going to get the top guy and the second guy. Not bad at all. Good enough. Leaves a very high guard of their own flavor. So Dean's just going to put another one on top and cut down the scoring zone. Edin will be happy to have another one of his in the rings. Because they are exposed because the guard's extremely long.
Yeah.
So you got there past there by 1.5 feet. It's going to come all the way up to the face and just freeze on beautifully.
Yeah.
You did
Really good shot. Yeah.
absolutely did not want to bump there. So Yamaguchi calling to run their own in now. Yamamoto Takiro makes contact with one, pushes the other one back. Nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
That opens it all up. No protection afforded right now to the Edin Stone. Now they're
Yeah.
calling for the center guard there. Is there a world where you just, I don't know, I know you, I guess it's how aggressive you want to be.
Right.
He wants to keep his foot on the gas, and that's been his style for years. And I guess it's worked out okay for him.
Yeah, I think you'd have to dig pretty deep to find any forensic evidence that would suggest otherwise.
There's always something somewhere.
Yes, I know.
So, interesting choice here. Karuizawa is going to look to have Yamaguchi open it up with the double peel there. May be able to get the ones in the rings too if you're lucky.
I'm assuming they're going to try and play this over the top.
Yep, over the top and try and run it through on the way by, I think. Just nutted it.
Yeah.
So we're going to lather, rinse, and repeat here.
Yeah.
Erickson Stone. Waiting for it to settle in. Pretty much right where he left it. Now, with this last stone that Yamaguchi threw, do you think you can come around with enough weight? Oh, he's not going to try it, but you get what I'm asking.
I think it's possible. That guard is so long.
It's not even in the overhead shot. But electing the slightly more conventional shot here.
Mm-hmm.
This is dead nose. It's going to go back. And that guard just got a little bit longer. Ooh.
Got a jam there.
Yeah, how about that, Jam? And they have an extra one on the rings now. So
Mm-hmm.
a little added danger
That's right.
for Team Edin now. I think that might be enough to draw them all the way into the rings.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like this team has been together for forever. But Niklas was quite successful when um, Frederick Lindbergh and Victor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you pronounce Victor's last name. I should because I mean he told me enough times. Um, but I see Victor's was coaching or is coaching Rachel Holman's team this year. Um, but yeah, he was with them for quite a while as well. So it's like Nicholas has showed up with one team, and uh, now he's in his second career here with this team. Both teams being very successful.
Nice work if you can get it.
Yes.
So here's Niklas Edin with his first in the fourth.
Out turn draw.
This one needs to come up just a little bit.
Yeah. They are just throwing it short though.
It's probably in a little bit of a better spot, a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
I would still suggest that the shot I want to throw is there,
I
but
think
open
it
it up
is
one more
too.
time.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Because I think if you open this up and make, and unless you make both reds go away with this shot, which is possible, but extremely, extremely difficult.
Hmm.
They are trying to line it up. Then I would think a Dean would take out and lie two and put the force on that way. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think they might give this a go.
Well, they're going to certainly give this a go.
Like the heavy draw type of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. This is the shot I've been wanting to see for a while now. I think it's there. Very precise shot that Yamaguchi is going to make. Got to clear that top yellow guard by about 3 inches or 10 centimeters. And you'll probably be within three centimeters of the second one. And then a solid half of the stone in the rings.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you just the hard part is just committing to, hack weight. Don't be uh concerning yourself with the guards. That'll be the vice's job in the house.
On the
This
way
is
from
this is going to be
Yamaguchi.
close. This is going to be
Up
close.
up to the first one. We're past the first one right where he had to.
There you
The second
go.
one now, curl it over, walk it
Curl.
over. Can you get
Oh,
it
it's
there?
not
You
going to
dig it out and
curl.
push it open. It just did not finish.
Yeah.
Great effort. Great effort.
Yeah, I don't think you can throw that any better. Like it was the weight was perfect, and you just think that thing has to curl more, given that he just cleared the top guard, as you said, by centimeters. Um, wow, I'm shocked that that thing did not move a little bit better for him from the top of the house in.
Now I love the effort and love the attempt because honestly, I don't think it came with a tremendous amount of risk because he's going to have the button available most likely. I don't
Well,
know how. Yeah,
yeah, he's also going to have this probably this shot that's currently shot rock. I think he's gonna have that probably available because Nicholas, I think, is trying to go right around to the top of the button.
that's correct. So he's going to be able to play off of the shot that's currently shot stone.
Hmm.
But this is a big shot for Nicholas because if he messes this up, even in the slightest, a four could very much occur. It goes back to that
Hmm.
accidental jam earlier in the end.
Yes.
And Edin chose to continue to guard. Needs to throw a good one here. Final stone the fourth for Niklas Edin. Run on the power clean. Sundgren with the brush. It's taking the curl now. What kind of finish and what depth are we going to have? Now, pound it over. Get it up there.
Pretty
They
good.
lie 1-2. Do you think, Terry, that you can get it?
No, I really don't.
Yeah, because if you make the redirect shot, that probably goes straight into the one on the side, doesn't it?
Well, and it's such a good spot by Nicholas that I mean, you could just tick that top one, which might go into the yellows, and
That's what I'm. That's
yeah,
what I'm thinking.
yeah, and your shooter just rolls out of the ring. So, and to
But
play
they're
the
going to take it on because this
wow,
shot. If this shot's for 4, if you make it, and as long as you kill one of them, you can deal with the outcome. Very few times you get a chance to throw for 4 in curling,
but
especially against an opponent like Niklas Edin.
so you're
So
yeah.
you just grab a sliver of the top one,
So
get it moving.
don't you have to throw some weight at this then?
Oh, you got to throw a million
Yeah.
miles an
Oh,
hour.
okay.
And here it comes. Final still the fourth end. Rika Yanagasawa
Clean out of his hand, that's for sure.
just needs to catch just a whisker of it. A whisker of it. Oh, and he didn't. But what a try at it to steal a one for Niklas Edin, but not without some drama. He has a 3-2 lead after 4. We'll be back from Swift Current right after this. Welcome back to Swift Current. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. And Terry, you and I were speaking through the break about that last attempt by the Japanese squad. And I think we're both in agreement that you had to take it. Here's another look at it.
Yeah. It is so close to being made. And you can even tell by the fact that they were looking at, you know, trying to keep it straight. Like he oh, it's paper on paper. Like
Yep. And the benefit of that, I mean, sure, obviously you want to score in 4 with the even end, but that was an opportunity to score 4 when
yes,
you're sitting 2-2 in the standings, and
right.
you must win to hit the playoffs.
That's right. Yeah.
But
I think that would have been definitely kind of the deciding factor for me is that, you know, I we can't afford a loss. We have to get the win and we're playing Nicholas Edin and I don't know how many chances we're going to get to score multiple uh rocks there. So yeah, I'm giving that a go, I think.
and it was a very noble effort for sure.
Oh, yeah, that was as we saw how close it was to being made.
It would have been on the highlight film for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, but the cat's not around to pick up that spilled milk. So
that's right. That's right. Onward.
and it is Yamaguchi and Yanagasawa with the hammer here in the 5th.
Yeah, this isn't a game of what if. You know, we've spent a lot of time talking about all the good young teams. You know what I really miss, um, from the days gone by, is we don't have a team around that was, like that Thomas Ulsford, with the pants and, you know, they they were really like a conversational piece and they were decent they were decent curlers too. They won a world championship for God's sakes. I
Oh,
think
absolutely, and
Ellsworth won more than one, I do believe. But anyway, independent of that, like I miss somebody like that.
I think he won 3. Well, curling has some personalities. They got us, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, but of course, Thomas taken from us far too soon.
Yeah.
Morizumi has some snazzy pants. That is correct. Thank you, Megan. Absolutely. Yeah, I just tell people be happy I'm wearing pants. I wear shorts on the ice most of the time.
Do you really?
many times.
Oh my God, you're crazy.
And we have no heat in our ice shed,
Oh
Terry-san.
God, yeah.
You know, it is very good for immediate feedback on my delivery because I know if I do not have my knee off the ice.
Yeah.
So you see, Dean sitting first and close for second here. I believe it's Yamaguchi
Mm-hmm.
with the second rock there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And doesn't look bad for Team Dean, but doesn't necessarily look good either.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very Swiss looking house, and I'm neutral about that. So stone in the way from Rana,
Yeah, just
trying
one.
to get a second guy in there. So that's going to end up corner freezing
Yeah.
on the thrown stone or close to it. Pretty sure if you make this run back, you'll catch the one in the house too and make the triple. So Yamamoto on and off. It's got to be close. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it stopped.
Oh.
So close, buddy.
Yeah.
That had to be just a little bit either way, really. But it does do them the favor of placing the guard being their flavor up front now.
Mm-hmm.
It's all lemons up front, and the strawberries are getting pushed back.
That's right. Just trying to come in underneath that top yellow center line guard.
So the first on the way for Oscar Eriksson.
Line looks really good.
And it's going to go just about to the same spot as the other one,
Yeah.
which means that just about the same shot is there. And this time you might be able to leave your shooter in the rings. Appears to be what the call is.
Yeah. So going off the map here, whose pants were we talking about that are snazzy?
Morizumi from Japan.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah, they have strong pants game. Polka dot pants generally.
Oh, really? Eh? Yeah. Yeah, the Norwegians, they were characters.
They were innovators for sure.
Yeah.
On the way from Ericsson.
Close.
That's right. Yamaguchi, rather. Very close. But not a bad outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Also not the best.
Yeah, Niklas has got a decision to make.
And what is that decision?
Well, I mean, I think if you're playing the guard, you got to play it a little higher now. And I don't see coming in underneath the yellow as an option. I suppose you could hit the yellow out through the between the center red and the red on the wings there. It's, I mean that I mean I guess you could leave them that yellow slash in, but I would think just garden the yellow rock of Yanagasawa's would would be the call.
Yeah, that's kind of what I like initially, Terry. Obviously, a lot of ways you can take it.
I think that's what they've settled on, Dave, is just something guarding that yellow rock in the 8 foot so that Yanagasawa can't promote it.
Certainly can't make a argument against that call. And this one needs to curl up just a touch, really.
Perfect.
Ooh.
I think.
Is it though?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I'm pretty sure you can go straight back.
Can you?
But it's most important what's second right now. It might be a world where you leave it like that and play the angle, but they might want to save that angle raised towards later. They lie second right now. If you were to play that red onto yellow onto red that Yanagasawa just referenced, you'd be inviting the shot, most likely the shot right back from Edin, and Edin would end up lying 2 after that exchange. And the force would be on. But how else do you get it off the button other than the angle raise? And that's not a gimme. You miss that, they throw up another guard, then you're up a certain type of creek without a paddle.
Yeah. Well, unless you spelled it Schitts.
Yes, just like the TV show. I always did enjoy that show.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it, when it was happening, but
I watched it during the Troubles, with and all due respect to the troubles that occurred historically. The pandemic was certainly the world's quote unquote troubles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched a lot of TV.
I think we all did, buddy.
I binge watched so many series it wasn't funny.
I binge watched so much I end up with calluses on my hind end. Here's Yamaguchi trying to just push this straight back, wanting to curl a little bit, trying to use the force.
Yeah,
I think he used it effectively. Oh, little wicky wacky roll. Oh my goodness, no.
Nothing.
It's not nothing. It's open. Well, you can get everywhere now.
Yeah,
but it is the Dean line 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And I'd like to see that again if possible, because I don't know. Did it tick the front one that Nicholas had just just thrown? Yeah, it
It
did.
hit their own. Our crack
So
production crew, Matthew Hone, Johnny on the spot with that one.
yeah, so it just had to curl just a tad bit more then.
So right now, I think Nicholas is going to leave one high there in the 12-foot because one of the ways for that they can generate a deuce would be to corner freeze onto the red underneath those guards.
Well, I think now you want to just, what's the draw path that he's likely going to throw? Because if you put it like, just for argument's sake, if you could get it just where it was biting the 8 foot and no more, I would think, right. Well, I'd go just a tad bit left of that, almost on the center line.
Center line, say full 12.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but I would think, just knowing Nicholas, he would have not a scouting book on uh, the Japanese team, but I mean, they certainly know their preference for throwing a draw, I would think.
Oh, these two teams have faced each other plenty of times.
Yeah, so if they like to throw the in, I mean, which to me, that's the one you take away is the in turn draw because that if you leave the in turn draw open, uh, chances are that shot rock could be you. I don't know if it's shot the one in the back eight anyway. You could use that as a stone to come up to. So yeah, I think you want to force them to the out turn draw where they won't have any backing at all.
First to two for Niklas Edin.
Oh, there you go. I'm ahead of myself. I thought this was Nicholas's last shot.
I think all the points he made are valid, and they'll be valid again.
Okay, good. Do you ever play the in turn draw? Just straight draw in around that
You mean out turn?
corner? No, I'm
Oh, in turn,
the
sure.
in turn draw. I mean, though you only have to. Well, I guess you have to be
Well, you're gonna have. Well,
8 foot. Yeah,
you better darn well be shot if you make it,
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
because if you don't, Nicholas just covers up the other one,
yeah, that may be.
and you'll be left with playing a tap
Tap.
on
Yeah,
those ones on the right there, which you know
yeah,
what you're always going to have anyway. I think.
yep, yeah, for sure.
Just like given the choice, I don't think Nicholas is guarding that.
No, no, no. I just thought that yellow corner guard was covering all of the 4 foot, but I see it's not now.
Yeah, I think he had to throw. They're going to take this out. It looks like,
Yeah,
and try to roll.
trying to roll. Yeah.
Try to roll to the right as we're looking at the long shot.
Well, and yeah, that's a pick which side you want to roll to because if you roll underneath,
No, you
uh,
definitely want to go that side.
you're definitely gonna be undercover.
So Yamaguchi holding the broom for Yanagasawa.
Yeah, it looked like the front end was trying to say let's roll to the broom side, but I can't. Yeah, you still have room, I guess, but
Probably where I would prefer the roll myself, but
mhm.
just don't want to be in the wide open.
That's the key. Make Nicholas play a shot.
And this is going to accomplish, and it did not accomplish yet.
Yeah,
It's just right there in the wide open.
yeah.
So it's going to be a pop and flop over to the back of the forefoot.
Yeah, and I don't know which way they were trying to go. I mean, certainly rolling underneath their own rock, I think, was a little bit more difficult than rolling the other way. But no sense talking about that now because the shot's been played. But this gives Niklas a great opportunity to not only force um, Team Yanagisawa, but also make the shot quite a bit difficult. If Yanagisawa was trying to roll underneath his own stuff there, I would have thought he would have played this turn.
Edin with his final. Sundgren picks it up. Off it now, looks good. Gonna roll as far as he can to make the draw a skosh easier. And the force is on, just had to draw the 4. The broom is down for Yanagisawa. He knew this was coming.
Yeah. This is kind of a game saver shot.
Had to make this one. He had earlier in the week, he had a couple unfortunate throw-throughs in a similar situation. Final stone of the 5th end. Facing 3. Yanagisawa needs a forefoot.
They're going to have to go on this by the looks of it. Oh, they're fine now. Yeah. 14-5.
They're just going to escort it in, and you can escort that 3rd point onto the board.
Yeah.
Tied up at 3 after 5. 3 more ends to play. We'll be back from Swift Current after this. And welcome back to Swift Current, Saskatchewan. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. We're tied up at 3 here after 5. It's Niklas Edin and the team from Sweden with the hammer here in end number 6. And we have just 2 draws left in pool play. This one and one more. And Terry, tell us about the other games that are going on right now.
Yeah, speaking of tie games, Jaden King and Ethan Sampson are all tied up at 2-2. Ethan Sampson scoring 1 and 5. So that means Jaden King has hammer in 6. And the other game, Jake and Libis, who needs a win to keep his momentum going and hopes alive, is up 4-2 against James Balance from Edmonton. And Balance has the hammer playing 6.
Okay, and back here in our game, we have two stones. It appears that the Edin stone is on the center line and very close. I'm going to say that the Japanese stone is not on center, but they took a good look at it. Did not get the quick square out for it, from what I could see. But with that stagger, Yamaguchi's going to call one right in here. This one needs to settle and dig. And it did both, but just behind the tee line. Interesting to see what Edin thinks of there. He can see the pinhole. And he is going to come right down to it. It's a difference of 1 rock worth of depth that completely changes it.
I love our people in the chat there talking about Team Morizumi's pants.
We love all of our friends in the chat, and we have about 500 folks watching right now.
Yeah, I love the participation.
Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very much for watching overseas. And thank you for watching wherever you are. It makes us very happy, makes us feel like we're doing something worthwhile here.
Yeah, and the more people we get hitting that like button, the more likelihood is that not only will we continue to provide these events, but we may be able to add some more.
That's right. Your support means everything to the channel. Keeps us going. We have a whole team of folks that work very hard to make this all happen, starting from our studios in London, Ontario, to all the various production staff that we have, commentary team, and our boots in the ground. A lot of people work together to make these streams for you.
Yeah, that's a nice shot there by Team Yamaguchi.
I'd say that's downright perfect, Terry.
Yeah, I don't know who threw it, but that might have been
Oh,
Yamamoto.
that was
Yeah.
Yamamoto Takero. And now, no choice for Edin but to open things up.
Yeah, and he plays it such that not only does he remove the stuff, but he leaves himself a corner guard, and having the hammer, that's not a bad thing.
Right now, the angles are clearly advantage Team Japan here.
Oh, yes, yes.
Because that Redstone of Edin's is sitting on an ejector seat right now.
Yeah.
All you got to do is pull the handle.
That lead sweeper's he's really worked hard this game.
I mean, he just had his own 50 Shades of Carrick Martin face moment.
Oh, that is too funny.
He's Carrick, you're not the only one who can turn purple.
That's right. That's right.
Gotta breathe, my brother.
That's right.
That's a big sweep by them there, and this is not a easy call for Niklas here, really.
No, I know.
These angles are not his friend.
And I think that's why Oscar's, down there having a chat because I think he realizes that, this this furniture doesn't it may look good, but it's not conducive to scoring. Um,
So you think they need to readjust the feng shui?
yes. Bring in the Chez Lounge.
You're sitting on a beanbag chair someplace, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding, eh? Those are comfortable. They do nothing for my back, but they are comfy while you're in it.
So Rana, looking to rearrange the furniture. Needs to curl up. Bang, bang. They do
Wow.
eject their own rack, but
Yeah.
it
Well,
gives
they
them
had
something to
to.
work with.
Yeah,
Yep, they had to. And by doing it themselves, they were able to do it on their own terms and leave their own stone there to be run later. That's always one of those interesting things, Terry, when you look at stones that are keyed up either to double that's gonna, gunned up to go someplace or
Mm-hmm.
those angles that are set to explode. Always, figure, who who is the shot really better for?
Right, right. Well, I think
And
in that case, it was definitely better for Nicholas because he's got the hammer, and the scoring area was like non-existent. And Yanagisawa's team would be more than willing to, leave that all end.
Yeah, but right now they're also in a position where they could set up a force, or
Hmm.
would you be opposed to giving Nicholas the blank here?
I wouldn't, but
There's a lot of things you want to do.
well, they're getting less and less all the time, Dave. Just so you know.
Oh, I thought you were calming down in your maturity.
Well, I'm still looking at Minnesota, so you're right. There are some things I still don't say no to.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know what they decided on here, uh, where they're going with this. I'll call it guard, but
And Terry was mentioning Minnesota. If you guys all want some entertainment, mark your calendar for
look at that.
June 23 to the 25th. You met. There's a possibility you'll see myself, Terry, and Jim curling together at the Four Seasons Curling Club, which is a curling stadium site. You'll be able to catch all the streams. Get to see us put our stones where our mouths are. Erickson has to open it up again.
Yeah.
Push the one back, slide past everything. Opportunity swings back to Team Yanagisawa, and Yamaguchi's going to put that guard right back up. Oscar's not so thrilled with himself on that one.
Yeah.
Last stone for Yamaguchi.
This is a little deeper than I think they ever wanted to go. Yeah, you might see some rocks leaving the building here.
I think just a little bit center line size of the nose. They all go. And right now, Nicholas would take that all day. Probably leave your shooter in the rings right about over there.
Yeah, there doesn't look like there's going to be a tremendous amount of drag here.
I think it only drag a touch. A lot of rotation here.
Mm-hmm.
Going to get action into these rocks.
Yeah.
1, 2. Will it go out the side? Yes, it will. So long. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Yeah, that last shot by Yamaguchi was just too deep, and it gave Nicholas an opportunity to, well, not Nicholas, but Oscar to do the arrivederci
and watch him fly.
Yeah.
They lie one on the wings, and Now, do you want to roll all the way back towards the center here, or are you going to toy with the idea of being underneath the guard?
I think at this point in time, I mean, you try and uh, I think just sit right there. Do you not?
Yeah, I don't want to find a way to let him generate a deuce now.
I know.
I think I'd rather.
He's going under.
No, that's very well thrown.
I think Nicholas just runs it anyway.
There's just enough hanging out there to tempt you, though.
Yeah, I know. High side and
Yeah.
shooter goes, you make contact, they all go, open house.
And there we go. The Chad is catching up to the triple.
Yeah, I mean, brilliant shot.
Oh, for sure. It was there. They saw it and executed it, and
Yes.
it was never going to put a lot of energy into that rock going sideways, so it
No.
had to be thrown like a bullet. And that came down just like the Shinkansen.
Okay, that one went way over my head, but
The bullet train.
oh, okay, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Oh my goodness!
Look,
Terry, you should.
after 6 o'clock, yeah, it needs to be in my face, or if I have to think about it, it's not happening.
All right, first and 2 for Edin. Run it back. Oh, and runs
Oh, he
it
missed
past.
it.
Runs it
Oh,
past.
wow.
And the force is on.
Even Nicholas can't believe it.
No, he can't believe it. That's for darn sure.
Oh, I thought he made that.
I'll see if they
Yeah,
were even
yeah.
nice enough to put a Shinkansen emoji up for you. So, give you more fun facts, bullet train fun facts as we wait for this shot. Shinkansen actually translates to new main line because they built a whole separate set of tracks for the bullet trains.
Is that right?
Yep.
Well, if Nicholas has to take one, I guess the sixth end would be as a good end as.
Oh, it's a great time to do it if you're going to be forced.
Yeah.
It'll set us up for some fireworks. And end number 7, faux show. And the force is on. Even up for the draw.
Yeah, and like when you look back 2 rocks ago, or maybe 3, you were looking at, wow, I mean, Team Yanagasawa is looking to guard a shot, two stones in the rings, looking to guard, comes deep, allows Oscar to make the triple, and then you see a really relatively short run for Nicholas, and he misses it, and we're back to now being forced.
Final stone of the 6th end. Niklas Edin, he needs every bit of the 8-foot. He's facing 2. In a tie game. Going to score in the all-important 6th end.
Yeah, both guys are on this pretty hard.
Now coming out of the house to bring it in. This does not look like it has enough legs. Can they get it there? Can they get it there? Can they drag it? Yes, of course they can. Why should I ever doubt? Single point went on the board for Team Edin. They have a 4-3 advantage. We'll be back in just a moment from Swift Current. You're watching Curling Stadium on SSN. And welcome back to Swift Current. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. brought to you by Curling Stadium. Seventh end action here. We have one barn burner of a game. It's Niklas Edin holding a 1-stone lead, and Team Yamaguchi with Yamaguchi in the house is trailing by one. They have the hammer here in end number 7. And Terry, that was what a adventurous end last time.
Yeah, it had a few momentum shifts. We thought Nicholas was going to have a hard time scoring. To now it's an easy blank. To Nicholas has got to take one here, which was not his plan, I'm sure. But he's up 3-2, 2 ends to go. Speaking of close games, again that Libis Balance game is now 4-3 as Balance scored 1 and 6 and which means Libis has the hammer. So 4-3 Libis, and then Jaden King has taken 1 and 6, and he leads Ethan Sampson 3-2. Ethan Sampson now has the hammer, playing the 7th.
And that's a must-win game for Sampson, King, and Libis. They all need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive, as does Team Yamaguchi. So all the implications, and next draw we have 4 games that are absolutely vital to the playoff picture. Laycock versus Wendling, Klima versus Kaltoff, McDonald versus Moybrook, and Goskins versus Maeda. All 4 of those games with playoff implications in our next draw. So keep it right here. We got some great entertainment still to come tonight and this morning if you're on the other side of the world. So back here, just squeaking past the high guard.
Hard to believe that you could miss that on the inside. I guess he didn't miss it, but
and that's just the thing of maybe a little bit more curl going in this particular direction because wasn't it going the other way where we were throwing that shot?
I think so. Yeah,
paper the guards and didn't get that much finish.
No, that's right.
So if you're Yamaguchi here, are you calling this to blank?
I mean, I think that has got to enter into the conversation after the front end rocks are through. Yeah. Good stone, good throw.
Yep, straight peel there. Edin shot stone, second and third, belonging to Team Yamaguchi. At the same time, Nick Edin wants to force this all day.
Oh, yeah.
And if he finds his way into a steal, he'll take that too. Thank you very much.
That's right.
So just try and decide their exact tact here.
Yeah, Rasmus looks like he's doing some meditation there. Visualization, maybe.
You do have to be able to envision yourself making the shot.
Yeah, that's. I mean, for a lot of us, that's so true. If I don't see it, I can't throw it. Like.
Make the takeout on the roll. Shot stone still for Edin. Can chase it. Could also play the long double. Just chasing and rolling open's probably just fine for now. Angles are still really steep. If you can maintain steep angles like this,
yeah,
you're never going to say no to scoring too.
Yeah.
Both teams, I mean, they've had an evenly matched game here. Single points have been the way of the game.
Yeah.
With just the sole deuce.
This thing's on the yellow.
It is on the yellow. And that is not where you want it to be. Just a little underthrown, I think.
Yeah, probably. I mean, now if you're Nicholas, I think you're in a good situation to force. So I like that shot, hitting and rolling well over to the far side.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you don't leave a triple back because at this point you had to think that uh, Yamaguchi and Yamaguchi are talking to each other and deciding to push the blank button if they can.
Yeah, and that's why you don't even want to leave him an easy double, really. I mean, the longer you can kind of keep the three in the rings, I think the more it's looking like a force for Nicholas.
No, I agree for sure. There, watch this one pretty much the whole way down, just trying to curl it up a touch. This is going to leave a double. Or you could be aggressive like that and just roll in front. There's no guards out in front of the rings, so getting to a rock is not really ever going to be a problem right now. Not to say that can't change. But really where you have to make a choice, Terry.
Yeah, given that I got 4 rocks left, if I'm Team Yanagisawa, I might try and sit on this.
You certainly want to kill the one stone though on
Oh
the way.
yeah.
So Yanagisawa puts down the broom for Tsuyoshi.
And as you roll into, if you're just playing the roll in and on top of the red, I mean, I guess the way you call it is, you don't want to over roll. If anything, you want to under roll.
Right, because that would force him to play the inside this time.
Yeah.
First to two for Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi. Make contact. They do get the roll over, and they're pretty well dead in front. I'd say that's a pretty good outcome, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, they would much prefer to be on the other side, but of that red rock. But yeah, now Nicholas is going to try and hit and roll back to where he was over on this side. Preferably, yeah, Nicholas just tapped it. Preferably, right out to the 12-foot. And then, yeah, I think you're really gonna, force Team Yanagisawa to make a decision. Do we try the freeze on the one, hoping that Nicholas will take one stone with him, or do they continue to try and hit their way out of this? I think we're beyond hitting our way out of this, unless of course Oscar does not execute here. And hoping for a miss from Oscars. They're those. It's getting rare, but they do happen.
Well, Rana was on that one hard. They caught theirs no way by.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Now you got a double potential
Yeah.
or a hit and roll over.
Yep. Whatever they think their flavor is there.
Mm-hmm.
Double looks like to be about a third.
Yeah, yeah, between a quarter and a third. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably right, closer to a third.
Yeah, skinny third.
Yeah.
And coming with this rotation, you're going to gear off of that, so you should have no problem getting across the house.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Big shot here. Looking to set up to blank the end and carry the hammer forward into 8. Got to make this one to make it happen, though.
Mm-hmm. This looks pretty close.
On, off, 1 and 2. No problem. Thank you very much. Big shot, Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi.
Yes, easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, great shot. And, and all of a sudden, we've gone from talking about Nicholas keeping 3 rocks in play to, force Yanagasawa into taking one to now Team Yanagasawa has got a high probability of getting a blank here.
I saw some emotion there from Satoshi, and I think it was well
Mm-hmm.
called for. It was a big shot when they needed it.
Mm-hmm.
This one works on to the outside. It hits and sticks. Yanagasawa his first. He'll try to hit and roll on. But it looks like it's going to come down to the 8th end here, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, broadcaster's dream, right?
Absolutely. Would love it to have down the final. Just need to trade these hits here and put the blank in the books.
Yeah.
And Yanagasawa and Yamaguchi will have the hammer in the 8th if they can execute this blank.
Yeah, we probably should tell Team Yanagasawa and Team Niklas Edin that we have a history of playing more than 8 ends, you and I.
They don't call me extra end Schmel for nothing. I mean, I have the high honor and distinct privilege of calling an extra end game this year.
Yes, I watched that.
And I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. And then Jimmer's like, oh, yeah, it happens all the time. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, where do you curl?
I've seen this happen once in my life.
It was funny. I played with Danny Lamoureux and his partner in a mixed spiel, and we were in the city of Ottawa, and so we went down and we're playing the extra end, and I got an intern hit to win it, and I happened to say in the hack, I've never made an intern hit because I used to never play the intern. I've never made an intern hit to win a Bonspiel before. So what do? I hit and roll out. Have almost the same shot. And Lamoureux says to me, he goes, "You're playing the outturn, right?" And no, I'm playing the intern.
And
I made it.
all right, good on you, buddy. You can't tell us the whole story and not give us the finish.
Yeah, that was funny.
This is all the way out there in the territories. Final stone of the end for Yanagasawa. Hit and roll out for the blank. Just keep it clean. They appear to have no problems with it. Even invade the other sheet, they make the blank. And we'll be back. They'll have the hammer in 8 when we return. Dates. Welcome back to Swift Current, Saskatchewan. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. 8th end action between Niklas Edin and Team Rico Yanagasawa. It is the Japanese squad trailing by 1, but they had the hammer, the all-important last stone advantage in end number 8, and they would probably not have the hammer right now if it wasn't for this shot in the last end.
Yeah, just a real good shot, well thrown. Sweepers just kind of had to be there just to make sure everybody noticed them, and boom, double.
Yeah, absolutely. And Yamaguchi had that one nailed, and that allowed them to retain the hammer in the 8th. And this is a must-win game for them, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, as we've mentioned earlier, Nicholas is kind of already there, but Yanagisawa and his team, they need a win to stay in the hunt here. Even though that's not in the rings, it's a double guard, so
Yeah, they can't touch it yet. So
yeah.
I'm Dave Schmel. He's Terry Corbin. We got Matt Hone producing, and we're so glad that you're all here with us on Curling Stadium. If you haven't had the chance, please like the video, subscribe to us, do all the social media type things that help the algorithm and really help us out. We'd really appreciate it. So Dean's got to throw another guard, having one of the top four, and these double centers. And now the game begins.
Yeah, speaking of games beginning too, your boys from Chaska, Minnesota, Ethan Sampson, they just scored a big 3 and 7 and to go up 5-3 over Jaden King. They're going to play the eighth. Then Jaden King's got the hammer, needing two to tie.
And that's a must-win game for both of those squads to keep their hopes alive.
Yes.
So Yamamoto on the run back.
This is where it starts to get interesting. Oh,
Just past the one in the rings. But interestingly enough, that redstone coming in there and on top of the guard, that adds another guard into the wing there.
Yep.
You can't ignore that. That's going to make that a tougher play later if they can sneak one in there.
Yeah, you see some teams try and choke off their opposition from going around, but we're playing the eighth end here, and I think you're not going anywhere near that.
Oh, it'd be way too easy for Nicholas to accidentally run one of his opponent's rocks in there.
Well, and I mean, Nicholas, you always want to leave yourself an out too. And for Nicholas, the out would be, theoretically drawing behind something on the center line or center area anyway.
So looking at the double peel of the center guards.
Yep.
That's one option, and you might actually be able to make the triple if you're lucky, if you go over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Probably redirect into, it might redirect it. It probably goes out through that hole that Yamaguchi just referenced.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going for the double peel at least. If you get all three, good on you. Satoshi on the sweep.
Yeah, you would like to have made the double peel for sure.
Yeah, that was the more important shot of that equation. They leave a corner guard.
Mm-hmm.
They also left a center. Advantage is they have a lot of their flavor out there now.
Mm-hmm.
But the real estate is starting to get congested. And they always say invest in land because God isn't making any more. Which technically isn't true.
Oh, okay.
Every time a volcano erupts.
That's right.
Then again, you could counter argue that every time a beach erodes or the sea level rises, the opposite happens. So it's all a net zero.
There you go. Buddy, your team from Minnesota just has defeated Jaden King with a steal of 2 and 8 to win that game 7-3.
All right, so they moved to 3-2 on the weekend,
and we scratched Jaden King's name off the list
and
of potential.
King is he's out of playoff contention. I literally was scratching his name off as you said that.
I knew that.
So here we go. Erickson with his first. 8 stones left. Japanese squad needs to have at least 1 counting to keep going, 2 for the win. Niklas Edin, the 7-time world champion, is going to try to have his say about that.
You know, we always talk about his 7 world championships, but he's also a gold medalist.
Oh, that too.
And a bronze and a silver.
and all around great guy.
Yeah, no, he really is. And just while we're updating, Jacob Limbus, he got 2 and 7, so he's up 6-3. He's another team that has to win. Although Balance has the hammer in 8, Limbus has a 3 rock lead.
Okay, we'll let you know when that score is final as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd like to thank everybody from the Samson versus King game that may be joining us. I'm Dave Schmel. He's Terry Corbin. And we have a barn burner here. It's Edin up by 1. Team Yamaguchi trailing by 1 with hammer here in the 8th.
There you go.
That's a beautiful
that.
double takeout. Yamaguchi came up big when they needed it right there.
And now, all of a sudden, you know, that corner guard that's way over there on the left-hand side as we look down the ice towards Nicholas, that's starting to look inviting.
That's way in play right now. There's rocks splittable, tappable, all kinds of stuff is possible now. So,
yeah, does Nicholas decide to come right in, or
he's thinking about it, but I don't.
I mean, I think I kind of like running that yellow right there, and nosing it.
Just that way, you always have a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you were to nose the stone at the top of the 12-foot, and absolutely, gentlemen, come down and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to nose that stone and leave a red one right there. You have a way in.
Yeah, I think too that I mean, if I read Oscar in terms of his preferences, he would want to play the in-turn draw if he's playing a draw. But I think he's kind of the same mind. He doesn't like that yellow rock right there.
Yeah, rock is surely a threat. If you do get all the way around, then it's a matter of getting there first. We haven't thrown a draw out that way in a minute.
Yeah.
So 8th end can't even be sure of the weight. I see some of the other teams arriving for the next draw.
Or they just leave.
No, that was one arriving. They're playing the next game. But we have to see what the call is here. Just going to kill it, hey, Terry?
Yeah, I guess that's what they decide on. I mean, I just don't. Yeah, I mean, I know you can leave it there, but I just don't know how you can leave it there. They really don't want. I don't think you want to roll in towards the center, but well, they're not gonna, because that's gonna basically be a nose.
Basically, dead nose. Yeah.
Yeah, which is I think what they had to do. Now you're 3-on-2.
Yep.
Rockwise. So
do you just now is it time for you to wrap around? I think you need to make a move into the rings. You have a couple places to hide.
Mm-hmm.
You can go right there by the 4-foot and think, well, how deep do you want to be? That's an interesting point to make here.
Yeah, if you're going around and you're just going to be around that the highest guard there, I think you. This is just my own preference. I don't think you want to be any more than top four. I don't think Nicholas is ever playing a slash on the red because I mean I don't think he can afford to lose it. It would probably, if anything, be a tap because he's at the end of the day he's still up one. Big shot here.
On the way from Tsuyoshi Yamaguchi.
This has got a curl.
It is taking that curl now. Just a matter of depth. You don't want to be too deep.
That's top four. That's not too
That's
bad.
that's not bad at all because
Yeah,
tough to get to the face of it.
yeah, it really
And
is.
and to run to you can't to run the stone that Edin left with the last shot. That's your savior right there if you
Yeah,
hit it.
that's your out, I think.
So you don't want to do that. You
If
could
anything,
make it. Well, Terry, hear me out and call me crazy later.
sure,
Uh,
I can
how
wait
about
to call
playing?
you.
How about? Yeah, I know. How about? Do you ever raise up your own red
Yeah,
first?
yeah, I'm doing that.
Because then you still have something to pull the trigger on.
Yep,
There you go.
exactly.
And Oscar has seen the light. We have magically inferred the correct shot upon him. Sure, they needed us to tell
That's right.
them.
He was saying to Nicholas, let's toy with them in the booth there.
Yeah, well, I'm sure one of them had their phone on and they're
Yeah.
waiting for us to call it.
And Nick or Oscar just checking where this needs to end up to be in the
All right.
best possible spot.
I would say, what is that best possible spot, Terry son?
I think getting it as deep as possible to the tee line is would be a good thing, but you don't want to leave it where yellow can slash in, and so I would think just top of the 4 foot would be ideal.
First to two on the way from Niklas Edin.
Hmm.
Crucial spot in the
Let's.
end, trying to raise his own up.
He may overcurl this a bit. Oh no, no, this is
It
perfect.
comes up nicely. It's going to end up right on the edge of the button. Nicotine.
Yeah, real good shot. Now I think he
So,
has to run that yellow one in.
yeah, the straight run, or, there's a port there.
Yeah, I suppose there is. Yeah. I guess the other option would be to
Yeah.
run the red in and try and leave yourself an intern draw.
Well, right. Well, don't you run your own yellow back straight onto it?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that seems like the logical shot.
That's a long run, and that hasn't been the best shot for Yanagisawa today. I'll
Hmm.
just put it that way.
Yeah.
So it's whatever shot you feel like you're going to make. And with the broom placement, I think that they like bringing the brushers into it a little bit more and massaging through the port because
Yep. I mean, with that ice, that's looks exactly the shot they're going to play.
that guard is about 3 feet or a meter north of it. So the yellow is not as in play as it looks head on. Certainly is.
Yeah, exactly.
There's plenty of room to wreck on both of them, but there's just if you look at it straight on, there's about a stone and a third.
Yeah, it's you just got to make sure, if you get through that hole, you just have to move that rock to the back of the 4 foot.
Rika Yanagasawa, huge shot here in the eighth. He's got to get through this port. And this
Really gonna have
looks
to
light.
lean on it. Yeah.
This looks light. Are they going to get past the guard? Past it. Yes,
Oh, they did!
They get down to it, push it back, and they lie too.
What a great curling shot. What a great curling shot.
What a fantastic curling shot. Rika Yanagasawa.
Wow, and not only, did those guys swept that thing from almost out of his hand, at least halfway
Let's see
down.
that one again, Terry.
Nonstop. They're on it like at least halfway down, and it's starting to go. It's starting to go. Lean a little harder, get it through, push it back, and a little bit of roll. Wow, tremendous.
Si, senor.
Even got the people behind the glass clapping.
Game respects game, Terry.
Yeah. Now Nicholas is gonna have the option of playing that run back on his own, or I suppose if you think there's a hole there, you could probably give it a run. But
yeah, the problem is there's a lot less. Oh, there's a hole to go straight on it.
Yeah, they're that's what they're playing.
Woo-hoo. All right, kids, hold on to your hats. Even get a little smile out of Nicholas there.
Yeah,
Niklas Edin, he's facing a loss. He's trying to shoot this port to stay in the game. His final stone of the eighth. Edin on the delivery.
This is close.
Rana and Sundgren on the hold.
They
get through! And they hit it and they stick it. Indeed, but it rolls on over. He lies shot for the moment, but it's going to give Yanagasawa a shot back. Let's see that one again, boys.
This must be a huge hole.
That's what she said.
What a great shot.
Just a whisker through. My goodness, Terry.
Wow.
And now, Yanagasawa is going to have this shot.
Yeah, you just got to kind of pick and choose here, because you have to move that rock probably right out of the 8 foot. So he's going to elect to just play around the guard. The other option would be to play one of the guards into that shot, but this seems like, again, the most logical choice. We're starting to get more and more people in there behind the glass.
Hey, whatever way you slice it, this has been a fantastic game. Yanagasawa with the final stone in the eighth end. Facing a loss, needs to make this pushback and lie to for the win.
Yeah.
Yamamoto and Satoshi on the broom. Yamaguchi on the line call.
Here you got to go now. It looks like it's losing its weight.
Get it by.
Down. It's by.
It's by. They push it.
Can you push it all the way through the 12?
Back far enough. Can they? The answer is no. It's just one. And it's going to be an extra end of curling in Swift Current. Hold on to your hats. We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back to Swift Current Saskatchewan. It's the Curling Stadium Speedy Creek Shootout. It's all tied up. It's an extra end. It was a fantastic series of shots by the Japanese squad to keep themselves in the game. And Terry, woo!
Yeah, that port didn't look big enough to get a rock through initially, and then not only do they make it, but they make it in two different ways. Uh, Yanagasawa's throw uses brushing and quiet weight, and then Nicholas turns around and throws a normal takeout weight shot at it, and then of course the last shot that Yanagasawa threw. The question always was going to be, could he get by and make enough contact and get it that rock to the through the 8 foot? So close, but Jesus, what a tremendous shot and an attempt that was to score two.
That was a absolutely valiant effort. And now, mind you, Niklas Edin already has his playoff ticket punched, but he's playing for seeding and making sure he has the hammer in the playoffs. So obviously, he still wants to keep on going too. But great shooting by both teams, and great to have it, and great to have you with us. I'm Dave Schmel. He's Terry Corbin, and you guys are our best friends for watching us on this evening and Sunday morning in Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't throw the rocks down to the end and come back. But wow, we're just being treated to some really good shot making here.
2 weeks in a row, Terry, we caught some dandies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If and you're watching this and you go, how did Team Yanagasawa lose 2 games? My God, shouldn't they both be 4-0?
Well, yeah, they just got off to, well,
Yeah, you were saying.
frankly a horrific start, and they weren't the
Yeah.
team which frankly I recognize, and this is why they're here. This is why they're ranked I believe 13 in the world right now. This is why.
Mm-hmm.
And the pressure is right on from the get-go. And just like we saw a couple of ends ago, it's now the Japanese stone that's sitting on that ejector seat.
Yeah, yeah. I think they'd be like to get this where they get it, I guess 3/4 buried, frozen on that last rock thrown.
We are the last game on the ice, of course. We have another draw coming up, scheduled for 10 o'clock. We'll see how that goes. But I see the scraper running on adjacent sheets. So I'm sure the ice team will be able to keep us on schedule here. But I don't mind right now working a little extra because this has been worth it.
Yeah, and only one of us has to work at 10:30 or 10, whichever it is.
10.
Is
It's
it 10?
10. Yeah. I get to sleep in and go curling tomorrow, so it's no problem.
Okay.
I don't need to make the ice tomorrow.
All's good then.
So I have no problem getting all kinds of excited. I can sleep when I have no more time to curl.
You'll have to see if you can't find a cruise ship with a sheet of ice.
You know, they actually did that on a Royal Caribbean ship.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
They had an ice skating rink in it. It was small, but a group came on. They brought curling stones on, and they projected the houses onto the ice from overhead, and they played that way.
Wow. That'd be kind of cool to see.
But we can talk more about that later. This is more important now.
I would think so.
We're going to have a straight peel coming here from Rasmus Rana.
Yeah,
and he peeled that like a banana. Julian did just like a carrot.
Yeah, as we were talking earlier, I mean, it really is Team Yanagasawa that has to shuffle the deck here.
So, do you throw one more guard and try to get a little bit deeper in it, or because ultimately you're going to have to throw down, and I call them jostle shots, but just kind of like loosen them up a little bit.
Yeah. They've elected to hang on. and not move the rocks.
Okay, they're going to burn one more stone before they take their stand.
Yeah.
Hoping to get a half shot out of the Swedes.
Yeah, and I mean, just my own thinking. I think if you're going to get a half a shot out of the Swedes, it's not going to be out of appealing a guard. It's going to be,
Yeah.
trying to where they try and maneuver rocks themselves so that it best suits them.
You have a better chance of getting a full-size wrench at IKEA.
Yeah, this looked like it may have picked in
This
his
looks
hand.
light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think it picked in his hand.
Oh, dear Lord, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, it did.
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
You can.
you never want to see that. This game has been
That's right.
played too well for that to be a thing.
Yeah, you could see right out of his hand, and I think he even turned around and maybe looking for a scratch mark or whatever. But yeah, that was so unfortunate.
Yeah. So now
Yeah,
I think we're going to get out the tactical nuclear weapons here.
yeah, yeah. Which is
Erickson,
unfortunate, but I think you hit this a little high side, and you're only going to have a red one left.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
yeah,
You got
yeah.
two reds sitting there.
So unfortunate because I mean that's why I think as I said, Yanagasawa really had to rearrange those because that was all lined up for that shot to happen. I feel bad for
Hmm. I feel bad too.
the Japanese team because this has been such a well curled game and a lot of great shots made and then just to lose one on a pin.
Yeah, especially because it will, if that holds, it would dash your playoff hopes.
Yeah, and the good thing if you're Team Eden about uh, Oscar's shot is um, if we get down to a point where all Yanagasawa has is a freeze to that, say that one on the forefoot. I
You got the
mean they
saver.
have the saver, yeah, like
Yeah, so it's not so bad enough they exploded it. It didn't
yeah,
explode far enough.
that's right.
So Erickson with his Tucon ready to go work in the docks.
Yeah, if you have any superstitions, you better pull them all out now.
Well, the rabbit foot was not lucky for the rabbit.
That's true.
That's not the worst idea. So the idea I think that they're brewing up is to draw behind Shotstone. So then when they freeze, a blast could leave them a potential counting winner.
Oh, you think they're going around that?
I do.
Oh, okay. I thought he called tapping the red tap the red back there.
He may do that. That's fine too, I guess. Lets there be a catcher.
I kind of like your shot better.
No, I like my call better. Yeah. I mean, you need to get inventive in this type of situation, and I think that's how you do it. Really.
Well, exactly. I mean, so where are the guards? Well, it's unfortunately it's back of the four.
Yeah.
So you use what you have.
On the way down, they are indeed going to play that tap back, but it's going to tap, roll open and over. So surely Edin will Hold to a good spot, though, because after Niklas kills this, I mean, they're going to have a chance to freeze a button.
Mm-hmm.
It's about all you can do.
Yeah, and like I say, it's just kind of unfortunate that that saver is at the back
And
12.
see, there's Niklas saying, "Why don't I just kill all of these right now?" He wants to make the yellow red double
Yeah.
and have his shooter fly, which is very makeable. That's the best defensive play he could possibly make right now.
I mean, I think you just get rid of this thing,
Oh, for sure.
punch it through the hole there, and roll out yourself, and
And then we'll have the freeze attempt
uh, let me see your best freeze.
yep. Obviously, we know that's such a difficult shot to execute perfectly.
Yeah, not only do you have to have weight, but you have to have perfect line, and then when you look at the rotation that these guys throw when they want to eject rocks.
So Niklas Edin is first to 2. Makes a hit, rolls out, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And now here comes the freeze. Now, dead nose, Terry.
Yeah. Yeah, anything offset, it makes it so easy for the rock to fly. You have to really throw it bad.
Tough shot to be in as a skipper, but
Yeah.
so Yamaguchi holding the broom. It'll be Satoshi and Yamamoto with the brush, and Rika Yanagasawa with the delivery. His final of the ninth. He needs a perfect freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Can't bump it. Just gotta weld it.
Yeah, you're bumping.
Gotta sit down. Gotta sit down. And I am afraid that's a touch too heavy.
Yeah.
So Dean will have that for the win. As we mentioned before, he has a saver. We can fire away as much as you want, really. Just make sure you get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you could nose it. Anything high, you're good.
Yeah, just can't hit it on the low side.
That's right. Yeah, that'd be the only thing you can't do.
So after a great game by both squads, comes down to this. Niklas Edin from Karlstad, Sweden, with the final rock of the extra. Needs to
Yeah.
remove his opponent's rock and secure the victory to go undefeated through pool play.
Yeah.
He kicks it out, he jams it, but who cares? It's 1 for the win. 5-4 in favor of Team Niklas Edin over Team Yanagasawa. And Terry, what a game.
Yeah, so many kind of in-end momentum shifts. It was really a tremendous game played by both teams. Some just absolutely ridiculous and amazing shots to end that eighth end. The guy was really glad to be a part of that and enjoyed that game immensely.
Absolutely, as did I. Our next broadcast is right back at 10 p.m., and the playoff picture will be determined and we are looking so forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. Arigato gozaimasu for myself, Dave Schmel, Terry Corbin, and Matthew Hone. Thank you for watching Curling Stadium.